Hello everyone and welcome back to Camping with Emmy. I'm Denise. In this episode of Camping with Emmy, we are going to do a walkthrough of the camper 1 year after the renovations were completed. We're going to see what worked and what didn't work, what stood the test of time and what didn't. Whenever you're dealing with the elements of extreme heat and cold, which we have here in Michigan, it can affect the materials that you use inside your camper. So let's go on in and see how things are looking 1 year later. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I'd like to start off by saying our camper is still winterized, and so the shower curtain and all of the bedding and pillows and all the cute stuff is all in the house. We just take it in the house over the winter months. However, we are going to be doing a couple of camping trips this summer, and so I'm really looking forward to bringing everything back out and setting it all up and going camping. So let's start with what worked. The paint on the walls, it still looks amazing. There has been zero cracking, peeling of any kind. And I firmly believe that the reason for that is prepping your walls beforehand. I cleaned them all really well. I sanded them all down, and then I used a paint and primer in one, and I did 3 coats. But I am telling you, these walls look as great now as they did the day that I painted them. The same thing with the cabinets. I cleaned them, I sanded them, I primed them first, and then did 3 coats of paint, and they look amazing. Also, the key to this is when you're done painting, wax them. Put a coat of wax on them. It protects them. It makes them so that you can wipe any dirt off easily, and they still look wonderful. So I'm really happy with the green that I chose for the base and bottom cabinets because they really hide dirt in a camper, whereas I'm still happy with using the white cabinets for my upper cabinets. Other thing that worked really well was the countertops. They still look beautiful and amazing, and I'm really glad that I did the marble faux finish on those. And the key to that is I put probably 4 or 5 coats of polyurethane on them after I painted them, and again, I mean, they have held up so well. So I'm really happy that I took the time to do that technique. I want to talk about the peel and stick tiles. They still look amazing. I didn't buy the cheapest ones that you could get at the dollar store, and I didn't buy the most expensive ones either. I purchased like a mid-range on Amazon, and they still look beautiful. Now, I did not paint the walls that I was going to put the tile on, because if I did, I would have had to wait probably several weeks before I put the tiles on for curing time. But I did clean the walls and sand them down. Now, the key to making your tiles stick is I put a little dab of super glue on each corner of every piece of tile that I put up, and they have not moved. Not one iota. They haven't shifted anything. They still look just as beautiful as the day that I put them up. All the curtains still look amazing, and all the upholstery that I did here, covering them, they still look beautiful as well. Really happy with the way that they turned out. Painting the bathtub and the sink turned out amazing. I used a special paint from Rust-Oleum to paint bathtubs, and it really worked well. It still looks beautiful after an entire year. It has not cracked or chipped or faded in any way. Now, I would like to say that you need to use a respirator when you're using this paint, not an N95 mask. You need a true respirator. You need to wear goggles. You need to wear gloves, and you need to have all the windows open in the camper, the doors, and the vents, because this paint is extremely strong. However, it works, and I'm very happy that I went through all of that preparation and painted them, because they look like they're brand new. The decals that you see behind me on the back wall, I would call that mostly a win. They were super easy to put on, and they stuck very well. I just had a little bit of peeling up here and there around the edges, and so what I did is I just took some Elmer's glue, and I added a little bit of water, and I watered it down, and I took a small little paintbrush, and I just painted the glue along the edges where it was lifting up slightly and pushed it back down, and it stayed. And so so all during the winter, I was wondering, what is this going to look like when I come in the camper? Is it still going to be on the walls? And it is. And so I would definitely call this a win. This was a success. So now let's talk about some of the things that did not hold up so well due to the extreme heat and cold that we have in Michigan. The wallpaper in the bathroom, it did not hold up that well. I used an inexpensive peel and stick, and over time it did start to bubble and it did start to pull apart at the seams. It looked great when I first put it up, but over time that's what happened. So personally, I would not recommend using peel and stick tile in a camper unless you have it climate controlled all the time. Then you probably wouldn't have a problem. So I'm going to pull this paper off, and what I'm going to do is I have some regular wallpaper that I have left over from when I did my potting station video, and I'm going to put that up, and I'm going to use some heavy duty wallpaper glue, and we'll see how that works. I really think that that will work, so I'll keep you updated and let you know. The other problem we had was with the peel and stick flooring. Now, I want to say right off the bat that we bought the least expensive peel and stick flooring out there. And had you maybe bought a brand that maybe was a little higher quality, it may have stuck better. But what we noticed, and we noticed it fairly quickly, is that when it got really hot inside the camper and when the sun would hit the tiles, it was lifting them up. So what we did was we bought some construction adhesive and I put it in a caulk gun. I peeled up every piece of this peel and stick flooring, one piece at a time. I put construction adhesive on the bottom. I laid it all back down and it has stuck beautifully ever since. So if you're going to use peel and stick flooring in a camper, I highly recommend putting some sort of glue or adhesive underneath them so that you don't have an issue with them pulling up. I hope that this video has helped you to determine what sort of materials you would like to use in your camper. And of course, if you go to our channel, you can see individual videos of everything that we did here in the camper. Every time I open the door and walk into this camper, I just get a huge smile on my face. And I think to myself, oh my gosh, I just love this camper so much. It turned out so cute. I am so happy that we redid this camper. It was time consuming. It took quite a bit of work. I'm not going to lie, but it was worth it. I am just so happy every time I walk in here, and it really is a joy to camp in this. I am going to take a little bit of time off from YouTube over the summer. We are going to be doing some camping, and like the rest of you, we have been busy with birthday parties and summer holidays and graduations, and I've been spending time babysitting my grandchildren, and I just want to take a little time to enjoy that. However, I will be back at some point in the future to do some more videos. But until that time, I would love to send you all love and peace and joy and happiness. Let's lift each other up out there, people. It's a negative world, and just smiling at someone or lending a helping hand and in being forgiving goes such a long, long way. So let's do what we can to lift everyone up and help make this world a better place. Rick and I would like to thank you all so much for watching today's video, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.